This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Clue to Say Trading Frank. It's approximately 9:15 p.m. on July 8th. Tax day is 1 week away, guys. All right, July 15th, not April 15th, July 15th. Thanks to COVID-19, or no thanks to COVID-19. I'm sure it helped out a lot of people that it was delayed by months. Welcome. This is our midweek strategic webinar. Full disclosure, these sessions are purely for financial education and not for solicitation or advice. You have to make your own decisions. We suggest, and then you have to run with the money. That's the way it goes. On that note, these sessions are recorded and uploaded to Clueless 8 Trading YouTube channel, where anyone can view these at their own time. And most importantly, for new members like Enrique, these sessions are also uploaded before the YouTube channel directly on the real-time Twitter feed with the link on GoToWebinar, Citrix, that we use our format on, okay? We don't use Zoom yet, but we should try it sometime. Why not, right? So I can see, you guys can see my ugly face. That'd be nice, right? That'd be great. But then you'd be concentrating on my face instead of my charts, so it doesn't work. So let's stick to this for now. So bottom line is, these sessions are extremely powerful. They are predictive. As you all know, we predict what the markets are going to do well ahead of time. I would say a good 70 to 80% of the time I'm dead right, and sometimes I'm wrong on a short-term basis. And even when I'm wrong, we do some short trades and make money. Like so many testimonials and feedback from members, not fake, but real, that I put up there when they reach out to me and say, "Yay, man, I just did 63% on this, or 104." And Heisenberg, Jerry, Oscar did 366%. Those are fucking percentage numbers. Numbers. All right? And all of you can do that. All of you can do that. Because my friend Heisenberg, that's a nickname that I love, is a very busy guy. He runs a very good, powerful money-making company. And in between, he's still making money. So what's your excuse? Exactly. All right? Trust me. If ballers can make money in between their businesses, real businesses that they run, then what do you all have to say about that? Exactly. Nothing. All right? What you have to tell me is a bunch of excuses, which is fine. It's okay with me. Well, I'm not your mommy, so, or sugar daddy, so, or sugar mommy, so I don't really care. So, welcome. So what's happening with the markets, guys? The markets just don't want to come down. Yes, they came down exactly as I said, exactly as I put on the charts. And those are the inflection points that you need to take your SPY hedges or shorts that you bought at maybe $1, they go to $3, or after $1, they go to 40 cents, then they go to $3. All of you are pretty good with math, I'm sure. Simple math. If something goes from 60 cents to $3, what's your percentage profit? Somebody step up and tell me. If something goes from 60 cents to $3, what is your percentage ROI, return on your investment?
500%.
60 cents to, no, not 500%. Think again. Your actual
400.
profits, yes, exactly. Thank you very much. It's like a little trick question, you know, one of those things in Jeopardy. So if 2 goes to 4, if you put $2 on something and it went to 4, did you make 200%, or was your profit 100%? Well, your profit was 100% because initially you put $2 down to play the game. Option trading is like gambling, guys. It's a high risk business, except it's quantifiable. We can see it through charts. You know exactly how much you can lose and how much you can make. The upside is unlimited. right? You guys understand that part, right?
Yes.
Now the reason why it is quantifiable, because we have these amazing GPS roadmaps that we put across, which tell you, like, okay, if it comes down here, then it's going to bounce from there, and that's pretty much what the charts do. Am I right or wrong? I mean, many of you have been with me for a while. Some of you have been like recent, but do you see how these charts are so critical? And these lines that I draw, where they bounce from, those arrows that I put, and exactly it hits that and then turns around. You guys do see that, right? And you guys, I know many of you act on it too. Yes?
Yes.
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 And what makes me really happy, I mean that, what makes me really happy is that I'm seeing a lot of new members making some decent money. I'm like, yeah, shit, yeah, that's the way to do it. Because we're not some bullshit trading service that says, oh, I'm going to be your little daddy. I'm going to walk you through everything. No, 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 no. You are going to manage your own money. We're going to give you the tools. We're going to give you the roadmaps, and the markets are fast. That's something a lot of my new members are seeing that, and they're sending me feedback, including Mr. Santiago. I call him Mr. Santiago. Big shout out. Did you see his you guys have to see those member feedbacks, because those are real people. So it doesn't matter how well you're doing or what you're not doing. These are new people who are saying things like this. Real people. Do I pay them like 20 bucks? Hey, dude, like, here's 20 bucks. Like, I'll go put the thing up. Let's not do that shit, okay? SPY puts 120%. Google 84%, even though it went up 200% plus. TDOC 101%. Wow. These are just some of my big hitters from the week. Thank you. You know how happy that makes me? Absolutely. And when somebody cries and moans, and I don't give a shit. I really don't. Because this is a new person. Just joined like a month ago or 2 months ago. He just stayed with it. And I'm sure that he's no technical expert. I'll tell you that. Or maybe he is. I don't know. But this is what he's doing. And what about this? Ricardo, the Brazilian bomber. I shouldn't say bomber. The FBI is going to be at my door tomorrow, right? The Brazilian baller. All right? With his Gucci glasses on or whatever he's wearing. Close by.
That's ugly picture, man.
That's fine, man. That's what your wife says. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You look great, my friend. Don't worry. You look great. You look great. So Ricardo's like learning. You know, he DMs me in the middle of the day. Hey, listen, what is this and that? I try to answer back. This is a real guy. This is a real guy. Because he knows me. He knows my personality when I'm trading and stuff. Like, I'm like, don't ask me a stupid question that I already put on the Twitter feed. He goes, no problem. He's going to go check it out. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning. Ricardo, say one thing honestly. Okay? Not to make you famous with that. Like this whole game. 1 second. Please mute your microphone. This whole game of options trading, very fast moving business, right? Of course we buy stocks, of course. If you have a good enough account, you can buy the stocks with my options. You could buy nickel options and buy stock at 44, like I told you guys to buy it. And the thing is going at 57, going to 60 tomorrow, going to 70, going to 100. Nikola is the next Tesla, in my opinion. Okay? So, Ricardo, options trading is very new to you, yes or no?
Never saw this thing in my life up to 2 weeks ago.
Good, but you are catching up fast based on a bunch of things. And of course, we're going to do those group sessions and stuff. And by the way, I do apologize about one thing to all of you. Family's been pretty busy, had to take care of a couple of things. Mother-in-law is actually not too well. So I had to deal with that medical stuff. So I haven't had a chance to sit down and jam up those big time group sessions, which I intend to do starting tomorrow. All right. So you guys are all going to get notified. Join in. The people who paid for it, the new members, just come on in. The first 2 or 3 sessions, just like come on in. I don't care who signed up for it or not. Okay. So so good. So Ricardo, just asking you a question. What would you say to somebody new like Rick and anybody new who came in? Like, what's the 1 or 2 sentences you can tell them before I get into my stuff?
I'd say just pay attention on what Frank has been posting, follow the instructions, dig in to learn, and be patient. That's all.
Right. Exactly. And try to look at the charts as much as you can, because the more you look at it, am I right that the more it makes sense?
Yes, 100%.
Exactly. This is an old friend of mine. Came back, joined as a member like a year ago. Then he has a big business. He has a very busy business, towing and trucking, all that stuff. And then he kind of left a few months ago, came back, and just doing some small stuff. Look at that. Okay. So these things are important. And this I love. Jose, I gotta give him heads up, baby. All right. High 5, high 6, high 8. This guy had no freaking idea how to buy an option 3 months ago. And now he's getting juiced up. He's getting juiced up. I know some of you know him. I can't even pronounce his last name. And he's a musician. And I told him on day 1, you create music, it's the same thing as constructing charts. It's all symmetry, pattern symmetry, waves. There is a visual picture, just like in music. Like, I'm like so stupid in music. My son used to play piano. It's beautiful. He actually played in Carnegie Hall for kids when he was much younger. Now he's into cars and God knows what, well, cars primarily. That's it. And then graduated from college in New York City. But this guy, this man who's a musician, is now getting juiced up. That is the essence of trading. You can lose a little bit, then you start making. Then you got to move back. Sometimes I say when you made some money, take a nice walk. I mean that. I mean that. Because sometimes you just got to walk away from the screen. Look, I could be constantly trading every 5 minutes. I got 14 screens in front of me. I'm looking, surrounded by warmth of these screens. But why? I don't do that. Sometimes I'm like walking away from my screen. Take my dog and go nice walk on the waterfront, and I am posting off the iPhones. You guys know that, right? And you're gonna see a lot of that during the summer, because sometimes you just gotta freaking walk away. You don't have to catch every trade. Catch 1, 2, or 3 trades. Stick with it. Get to learn the company. Get to learn the charts, and that's it. And that's it. You don't need to own every Apple, every Netflix was up $12. I wasn't there today, even though we made money on it. I wasn't in Google. We already made money on it. Because as a human, I want you guys to understand that it is not possible to run and day trade 15 different positions, because you're going to fuck up. You're going to lose money. I have multiple positions, swing trades this way going, like swing trades, I don't even watch them. They come down a little bit, the charts look okay, I buy more. Are you guys with me so far?
Yes.
Exactly. I'm telling you, like, listen, remember one thing as a trader. Everyone has their own style. Everyone has their own risk profile. Everyone has their own personality. You have to find which one is yours. Some people find it quicker. Some people, it takes a long time. You can never be my personality or my risk level or mimic everything I'm doing. I'm just suggesting ideas which I think will work. And honestly, this type of market where I think the market's overbought to a certain degree, this and that, I told you guys, and this is the feature that I love that they introduced. Like, my God, this is amazing. Twitter stocks like go nuts, right? We got into Twitter. Yeah, a little bit late, so what? It's still going, in my opinion, it's still going to 40 plus. So remember, in trading, it's not where it's coming from, it's where it's going. Do you guys understand that concept?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's a concept traders don't understand. They're like, oh my God, it's too high. Yeah, it was too high. Tesla was too high when it was $1,000, when it was 970 from 480. And I told you guys to buy at around 800 or something. I told you guys to buy the 1500 calls. They're $1.26. And you know what those calls went? To $52 from $1.60. It went to $1.20 and at 52. I'm the biggest idiot for leaving it a little bit too early. And what about the bigger idiots who never bought it? Because what is $52? Here, I'll show you. Look at this. Focus on this. Forget the rest of the stuff. This is just one of my screens. All right. Here. I need to set up my screens right. Okay. Look. Tesla. What the hell is it? Here. 1 second. Why is it doing this? Hold on 1 second. Bingo. Look at this. Focus. 52 and almost $53. When I first recommended to you guys, it was 3. Then it went down to $1.60, $1.20. And now it's 53. What is 53 divided by $1.60? Times 100.
A lot.
It's got 2,300%. A lot. Like, you could have, like, not just bought one house, but 2 houses if you put some real money in. Not 1 car, but 3 cars. I mean, supercars. But none of us really did that, even though I did well with it. This is what the market does. That's serious. Okay, and Tesla is a prime example of that. There are many other examples of it, but Tesla is like the ultimate example. How about Teladoc? How about Livongo? LVGO, the telehealth company. How about Square? Holy shit. All right, let's take a breather, okay? One of the best features I like about Twitter, which is happening right now, is this. This is an older one. What about a more strategic one? Let's see. Let's hear this. That's just a reminder on the thing. All right, let's hear this one. Wow, I sound really tough.
We cannot hear it, by the way.
Yeah, we can't hear it, Frank.
Nobody's screaming, I don't hear it. Well, that's my thing. If I upload it, you're going to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so basically, Let's move on a little bit, and let me just cover the markets as quickly as possible. 1 second, guys. This is the chart I'm following for the rest of the week and going to next week. When is tax? Hold on for 1 second, guys. Please look at this chart very carefully, because this chart will determine whether you're going to make money or lose money over the next 2 days and going into next week. So please take a good look at it and give me a second.
Mas não, essa marca ainda é muito boa, não. Tem muito conservante.
Não me lembro, você falou que tinha uma que era melhor. Qual é o nome?
É coisa de caixinha, né? Só ovo não é.
A de caixinha, tipo de papelão?
É as brasileiras. Essa aí vamos ver, tem conservante pra caralho. Não dá pra ler. E dá uma sacudida que fica o assunto aqui embaixo. Ó, o cara sumiu. Ih.
Are we on break? What's going on?
He stepped off for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was kidnapped.
By his dogs.
Hey guys, you guys there? Test, test.
Yep,
We
we're
got
here.
you, man. We're here.
Yeah,
We're here.
Yep, sorry about that. I'll tell you, New Jersey, New York is becoming like Florida. It's like Miami, They're like a freaking mosquitoes out there. My doggies were sitting out there on the balcony, and one of them's like squealing. I'm like, what the hell happened? You know, there are no raccoons around here. Well, there are actually, but they don't jump up on second, floor balconies, right? So it's like it's like mosquitoes. So I put a fan out there so the mosquitoes go out. Go take care of the babies. You guys have dogs, pets? Some of you?
No pets, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I
Yep.
I know you don't, Heisenberg. I'm talking the rest of the people. Yes.
I'm the only dog in the house, man.
Well, that's what my wife tells me, but that's a different story. Except decided to get a couple more. Good. All right, get some rescued pets. All right, they're beautiful. They're great stress relievers. They're the best thing ever in the world. On the worst day in the world, you think like everything's falling apart, everything's like whatever, and they come and just like lie on you while you're sleeping. And you know what? It's beautiful. Ultimate stress relievers. You don't have to take drugs. All right, no Xanax, no whatever. Just get a rescued dog. That's it. All right. So, so a couple of things that's going on. Just want to share a couple of thoughts. I know I've been doing that on the Voice Twitter feed, and I'll be doing it more. I think it's very helpful to all my members. I think the market's like going a little bit nuts. Yeah, I think so. All right. Now, one of the things that I mentioned to you guys on my previous webinars was the date count. Okay, this is something I learned a long time ago. And what the date count is this. Oh, it's showing up on my other screens. I can bring it down? Okay. So the first 5 to 8 days of a new month is critical for the money management business. Remember, the markets don't go up or down because I think the charts are doing this or this and that, and you think, oh my God, you know, whatever. It's because big money is coming in and flowing out. You guys agree with me or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens in the first 5 to 8 days, like I mentioned many times? The pension funds primarily, mutual funds, which manage 401ks, retirement accounts, they get all that money. They have to deploy it. Now, the good thing about the market, which I've been saying for months and months and months and years, is they are all underinvested in actual US stocks. They are. Now, you might ask, oh, they're so smart. Why are they so underinvested in US stocks? Because in my opinion, they're a bunch of idiots. Because they always look at the dark side, not the bright side. Just like human beings. Like, oh my God, coronavirus, March 23rd, we're like down like 4,000 points, 5,000 points. No one's going to buy the market, and look what the market is. So basically, those hedge funds, not hedge funds. Hedge funds don't care about retirement accounts, and they're a bunch of complete bandits and gamblers. They're the day trading monsters on the stocks, many of them that we trade. Okay, that's what hedge funds do. I worked for a hedge fund for about a little less than a year after I left Wall Street. And I said, you know what? My style is different. Hedge funds are nothing but glorified day traders. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understood the comment that hedge funds are nothing? Well, most hedge funds that are running those big algorithmic high frequency algo HFT programs, boom, like real fast, 10:30 in the morning, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, whatever the time during the day, they're running it. They're nothing but glorified day traders. Anybody who doesn't understand that comment, Enrique, you're new. Anybody, please ask me.
I don't understand.
Okay. Basically, what is day trading? Day trading means that you buy something when the market starts, and there's lots of day trading prop firms, right? Like, come join us, we'll give you the money, you day trade. If you make 20%, you give us, if you give us 50% of the profits, all that garbage, right? So what do day traders have to do? They have to close out their positions by 3:30 p.m. And that's why you see a lot of volatility around that time period. All right? So what's wrong with this? Okay. So hedge funds are like day traders, except they're trading millions of dollars at a pop. Did you guys understand like what I just said?
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. So we have to deal with that stuff. Now, primarily, people who have been with us for a while, people who are even new, who are catching up fast, where is our best money made? In day trading or in swing trading?
Usually your swing trades, man.
Swing.
Exactly. Swing it, baby. Because we believe in America. All right? We believe in these charts. This is a weekly chart. And this weekly chart is still saying, hello, wanna go higher. Anything on this chart? Mr. Rick, Mr. Enrique,
Yes, yes.
Let me ask you a quick question, because you'd be a great educational tool for everybody tonight. And now I'm putting you in the spot. I'm just asking you. When you look at something, okay, I mean, are you familiar with technical charts? Yes or no?
No.
Good. Perfect. Perfect. So that's exactly the answer I wanted. So when you look at a chart like this, first instinct, don't give me analysis, don't overanalyze like GVX says. Okay, where's GVX? Are you there? Zona, home of Nikola and Macron. Okay, okay, ZVX is right there. He just put a long-winded frigging name. You know, what do you think? You're on an Oprah show? I mean, come on. Love him. So he, like he said, keep it simple, stupid. The KISS principle. The KISS, not the kiss you are used to. The KISS principle. So when you look at a chart like this, very quickly, what's your first instinct, that the first message that goes in your brain in 1 second? Is it going higher or lower?
I'm trying to figure out what the chart says.
I'm sorry, what?
No, I'm just trying to figure out what all that means. I don't know.
Okay, now you're overthinking, my friend. When you look at a chart like this with green candles and the lines and stuff, does it look like it's going higher or lower? Just asking. Please
Well,
stop overanalyzing.
the greens are going higher, so yeah, it's going up higher.
Exactly. It's going higher. There is nothing in this. See, this is what I want all of you to realize. I am not in the business. Well, I'm in the business of making you technical gurus. That's my job. I just want you to understand the messaging that's coming out of the charts. So when you look at a chart like that, your first thing that your eyes look at, eyes that God gave us, and the first neural net message that goes directly to your front cerebrum in your brain, which in simple English means the first thing that you think is what is going to happen. Anyone else wants to comment? And thank you for your answer, Enrique.
Welcome. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
because somebody completely new. Let me ask you a question. Trading is about mental baggage. You're completely new. Have you traded options before?
No.
Good. Have you lost $100,000 in the past 3 years in options?
No, I've lost it. I've lost it in the real estate business, but yeah, no,
No.
in this business, no.
I didn't ask you that question, my friend. Yeah, in real estate business you did.
No.
Real estate, most people lose a lot because everybody's in real estate. All right. My question is, in actual options trading or stocks, did you lose $100,000 in the last 2,
Never.
3, 4 years? Good.
No.
So you have no mental baggage. You're going to be a great trader. We're going to train you, and you're going to focus. Because the reason, like a lot of us, don't take massive trades like Tesla. When was the last time you were $150 and took out $52,000 in 3 weeks? Because that's exactly what happened with Tesla and happened with a bunch of other stocks. Not to that degree, but close enough. You, my friend, are going to be a great trader. And I'm not just bullshitting you, because you have no mental baggage, or what they call mental muscle of saying, oh my God, I lost this much. Should I get into that stock? Oh man, this and that. You don't have any of that baggage, yes or no?
No.
So you're ready. You're ready. Remember, go into a trade with confidence. We're going to help you. We're going to help you. You signed up, you're done, man. Okay? Some other bullshit service will tell you your life's going to change. I don't think your life's going to change. I just think you're going to be a smarter person making some side money on this side of the business, which never stops. When COVID-19 hit, did the stock market stop?
No, it kept going.
Did any other, will all other businesses stop?
No, everything just put on hold for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. The stock market never stops. Wall Street never sleeps. Okay? This is the ultimate business. Trust me. Once you get a hang of it, trust me, you'll want to be a full-time trader at some point, but that's not my business, that's yours. It's a beautiful business. You can wake up in the middle of the night and trade futures in Hong Kong, off the US markets, off TD Ameritrade, off E-Trade, off the platforms that you use. The market always is alive. I'm a 9/11 survivor. The market stopped for 7 days, came back and never looked back, went straight up. Exactly. All right? Guys don't understand what this is. Now, at the same time, you can lose a lot of money if you're doing some stupid emotional stuff. It's okay to lose some money. It's not okay to lose. Initially, if you start off small, expect to lose all that money. I'm dead serious. You get excited, you want to take profits at the right time, blah, 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 blah. The markets are going to do some funky stuff. The hedge funds are going to day trade and slam you because that's their business. The hedge funds business is nothing but to rob your money. So coming back to it, the pension funds, the 401k, these are the responsible type of money management companies, whether it's CalPERS, which is the biggest one, California, the California Pension Fund, TIA, CREF, all those type of huge, they manage billions and billions and billions of dollars. Of course they do, because everybody working for the state is putting money into, into their 401ks and their retirement accounts. They tend to come into the market in the first 5 to 8 days because they have to place their bets on what's going to happen. That's the reason why the markets are moving like they're moving, aside from all the gamblers who are in. And I told you guys that 2 weeks ago. But things are getting a little bit nutty. So saying all that, the weekly chart still looks good. It still looks like we want to go towards 3,300, or at least to, bear with me 1 second. And remember one thing, Enrique, that if you want to really make some serious money, just like any other profession, you got to put in the time, energy to learn. Yes?
Yes.
Day one, when I started on Wall Street, parking my boss's car in Fulton Fish Market when it was still around, he said, everybody says, I want to make the big money. Everybody says, I want to learn, but nobody wants to put in the effort. I would say 80% of traders will blow up and sayonara, see you later. Okay, bye-bye, within the first 3 months. So do you want to be the 80% or do you want to be the 20%? That's a question that is something for you guys to decide, not for me. It doesn't matter how much you lose, it's how much you make back. Because the market always gives you that chance. Yes or no? Do you guys agree with me on that? Come on, guys.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100% all day. 120%. Come on. Yes, you started with 4,000, let's say, and it came down to 500. You can take that 500 and make it into 8,000, 9,000 if you caught the right trade and sat with it. Gotta believe. There's an old saying. For those who believe, no proof is necessary. For the non-believers, you can prove everything, but they'll never believe. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes. For the non-believers, no proof is ever good enough. For the people who believe, No proof is necessary. Just do it. So just do it, guys. So yes, we're going to hit some resistance. I still think the market's going to go to 32.32. And I think, I think the market's a little bit overbought because that's just the way it is. So because the markets are overbought, we follow things like this. Because this move down, let's say, for example, the markets come down to this line. And don't overthink. And somebody new like Enrique, just look at the charts. These lines, that's a red line. You don't want to cross that. This is another red line that I drew. Guess what the market did? It came down exactly here and bounced hard. I don't want to get too much into technicals and stuff tonight. I'm just explaining some basic principles which were going to help you guys. And then we'll look at a bunch of stocks. So if we fall below this line, which is a uptrend line, then things get a little bit scary. But aside from that, it's still a-okay. But like I said, the first 5 to 8 days. So when does the 8th day end? First day of the month was Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th day is the 10th, which is Friday. What happens in the middle of the month, give or take a couple of days? July 15th. I mentioned that on my tweet today. Who read that? Somebody tell me, like, what happens in the middle of the month and why is this middle of the month so important? And Heisenberg, do not answer.
It's tax day.
Exactly. So if people got some nice profits on a
Withdraw the money, yeah.
bunch of stuff, what are they gonna call? Call grandma. Hey, grandma, I need like $2,000 to pay the taxes. No, they're gonna sell something in their portfolio to come up with the cash. Yes or no?
Yep.
Very simple. So we are going to get some selling, in my opinion. And if we don't, that means this market is really, really strong, which it is very strong. Whether you pay taxes, whether you hide taxes, or whatever you want to do, most people have to come up with some money to pay taxes, right?
Most people.
Most people, exactly. Because the smartest billionaires never pay taxes. Ask Donald Trump. Okay, exactly. Because they have great tax accountants. And legally, nothing wrong with it. But most people have to pay taxes. All right? The Clintons, the Bidens, and the Donald Trumps of the world don't have to pay taxes. That's just the way America works. So the bottom line is that, or if they do pay taxes, they pay very reduced taxes. Because there's so many write-offs. So many write-offs. Legal write-offs. Nothing wrong with that. Who the hell wants to pay taxes, if you ask me? Uncle Sam wants to take everything that we earn and then they charge us for every single thing we do. When my son was 10 years old, now he's 21 and change, he asked me, or not 10, like when he was 12, because Dad, he was pretty smart. And I used to teach him, like, a little bit when they're driving to school. Is if we pay all these taxes, then why are there taxes on everything that we get? We get a car, we pay taxes. We go to the store, we pay taxes. We go buy a frigging t-shirt, we pay taxes. So if they take all those federal tax and the state tax, then why are they taxing us on everything? We buy gas, there's a tax. We get the Comcast bill, there's a tax. That's bullshit, if you ask me. Right? There's tax on everything that we do, on everything that we consume, and on top of that, we got to pay all the other taxes. But then there's a lot of legal loopholes that we can play around with. So if anybody plays the legal loopholes, okay, good for you guys. Make it happen. All right. I'm not the tax expert. Heisenberg is. So my point is, I believe that the markets will most probably at that, it's going to hit some turbulence over going into the 15th. Now, what is bullish about next week? What is bullish about next Friday? What is bullish about next Friday?
Monthly options.
Who said what?
OPEX up option expiration.
Exactly, RD. Monthly options expiration, not just weekly. Monthly options expiration almost 80% of the time going into it, not necessarily the same afternoon, is a bullish event. However, the couple of days prior to that, if it falls within that middle of the thing, and now it falls within the tax framework, it's going to be turbulent. So we're playing it cool. We're playing it very cool. Now, TVIX is one that I introduced you to guys. This is serious stuff. It's a perfect hedge. Okay. I suggested to people to buy it around 110. Let me just show it to you what happened. 110. There are no options. This is the old TVIX, the triple ETF on the VIX volatility index. Markets go down, TVIX goes higher. Really simple to understand. So originally I asked you guys to buy it at 110. Okay, 110. Went up to 114. Not bad. Came down to 110. I even said it in one of my quick Twitter voice broadcasts. Like, I don't understand why this thing is doing what it's doing. And guess what happens on Tuesday? It goes up to 120. Hello. You could buy 10 shares. You could buy 100 shares. You'd be up $1,000. You could be up $100. You could be up $500. Pulls back this morning. Bang, goes to almost 125. More like 123. Beautiful. Beautiful. So 110 to 123. I asked, it's like, look at it as a stock. Told you guys to buy it at 110. You could have even bought it lower than 110 if you were dollar cost averaging. And it goes to almost 124. That's 14 points. This is a hedge against the markets. Markets cannot just keep on going higher, even though the weekly looks good and this and that. At one point, the markets have to correct before they move higher. Anyone ever used a slingshot? I didn't ask a question to a wall.
I did.
Right. What is a slingshot? It is two very large rubber bands. I have a slingshot from Maine, man. Those guys really know. I mean, you could kill a deer with that stuff. All right, dead serious. So what does a slingshot do? You think I'm fucking around here? Listen carefully, guys. All right? Because this is the energy that drives the market. When you do a slingshot, and if anyone's never used a slingshot, then please get one and use it, all right? I mean, not use it, but just like touch it and say, oh my God, this is a slingshot. Blah, blah, blah. All right? The projectile, does it move forward if you don't pull the rubber bands really hard, just like an arrow? You pull it down like an archery. Anyone ever used a bow and arrow?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. What do you have to do? You have to pull it back to get the kinetic energy. and then you let it go. Boom. But if you don't pull it back, then the projectile is not going to go that far. It's going to be like, whoop. Markets do the same thing. Children, kids, all right? Markets, when they go higher, they need to come down before they projectile higher. That's why pullbacks, correctional technical resets, and pullbacks are necessary. Markets, when they keep on going like this, they are losing kinetic energy. They need to swing back like a slingshot in order to gather the energy before they move forward. No other trading friggin' service will explain things like this to you guys, all right?
That's good shit, Frank. That's good shit, man.
Exactly. All right. So this slingshot needs to come back a little bit. Just the way this slingshot came back and boom, it went up. And Heisenberg nailed it. And other people did too. And I don't care whether you have a big account or a small account. Buy 1 share, buy 2 shares, buy 10 shares. Because if you're not in that asset class, you will never know how it moves. And many of you didn't even buy the TVIX. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yup, what? You didn't buy or you did buy?
Didn't buy.
Exactly. So next time, please do. You want to get to know a particular stock or a particular derivative like a TVIX? Well, get the fuck into it. Otherwise, you'll never know it. You're just going to be a spectator looking like, oh, wow, that went up. Oh, wow. Trading is not a spectator sport. Have skin in the game. I don't care if you buy 1 contract at 30 cents or $3. Get to know, the only way you get to know the stocks which make the moves is to be in it. You don't have to go all in. You know what the stupidest, shittiest, dumbest thing that new traders do? They get excited about something they made money on, and they put a shitload of money in it, and I can show you enough members who have done that. And then they lose it all. And guess what happens? The stock goes higher after that. Just diversify. If you're new, play small. Even if you make 30 bucks, even if you make $300. After that, you're going to make the $3,000 on it, but not till you get to understand the dynamics on the chart patterns on that stock. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't care whether you're 30, 40, whether you're driving a frigging Lamborghini. Trading will make you cry like I won't even say it. Okay? Traders are not naturally born. Traders are made, like made men, right? In the Cosa Nostra. All right? You have to be made. And what does made mean? You gotta lose first before you win. So if you're not ready for it, don't bother being on my service because we know bullshit. Get ready to lose or lose little before you make the big money. And some of you will make the big money right off the bat. Just randomly just buy the things I'm telling you to buy it. Some of you have done that. But guess what happens a bit later? Because you get a little too fat-headed. You lose it all. Why do you lose it all? Is it your fault? Yeah, partly. But the market and the hedge funds and the algorithmic high-frequency trading program will snatch everything back away from you. Has that not happened to many of you?
Unfortunately, man.
It has.
There is nothing unfortunate about that. Consider it fortunate, Heisenberg, because that's how you learn to be a real trader. Learning to be a real trader means that you know the viper, which is called the stock market. Why should anything in life give you free money? Why should the market just give you free money? They'll give you free money, but at one point, if you're not careful, they're going to, like a viper, take everything back away from you and put you back in the hole. That's why follow the charts. Trade management, sign up for the advanced coaching sessions, learn enough training videos on the YouTube channel. You make a lot of money. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. So as long as you keep, let's say 60% of what you make, you're moving a lot further. Do you guys agree with me or not?
Yes.
Agree.
Exactly.
Yes.
Lose less, keep more. That's why I have reduced my hardcore trading on the Netflix, the Apples, the Amazons, which I know I'm losing money on because I am not in there. Amazon was up freaking $94. But that's me. I like buying things when everybody's crying in the bunkers, lying on the linoleum floor, drinking cheap beer, and saying,
That's
oh my
point.
God, this. Okay? I cannot bring myself to go aggressive when its stock is going up 40, 50, 60, 100 points a day. Initially, I will. That's just me. Whatever you guys want to do, that's fine. And I don't care how much money is on the sidelines or whatever. Yet I still believe the markets are going higher. I believe the slingshot routine. We need a technical pullback, which I think is coming by the middle of the month, and boom, we move forward. I don't think August is going to be a good month. Why? Earning seasons are coming up. You think companies' earnings are going to be great? I don't think so. Now, if a stock has gone from, let's say hypothetically speaking, let me just ask you guys, if a stock has gone, like, let's look at this. There are certain stocks that are going a lot higher, like Square, when I told people to buy it at 70 and it's at 135. What's 70? Lower than that. This is like sick, like 140, easy. But aside from that, if a stock has gone from, let's say, $10 to $50, and there are some small stocks that have done that, it has already discounted the great news of what's happening. So if earnings don't blow it like are screaming higher, the stock will fall back to 30. That's just the way it works. The stock market is an expectations game. Now, the good news is that Wall Street and a bunch of these analysts are all still negative on the market. That's the good news. The bad news is a bunch of Robinhood traders and stuff are going a little bit nutty. All right? They are. So you got to be careful. The thing that worries me a little bit is this. Let me just show it to you guys. It's called the VIX. Are you guys with me so far?
Yeah.
Big time.
So let me show you stocks that I like buying. I'm sitting there, and then they go boom. Like Biogen. Now, we made Biogen money on Biogen, I remember last year, when the stock popped up like this, from 262 to 375 in one fucking day. Alzheimer's. Biogen, in my opinion, is the next Regeneron. What is Regeneron? Like I told you in the other webinars, is the Tesla of the biotech world. All right? So instead of trying to chase things which can go up $10 and then drop like 15 within the next 20 minutes, why not buy these babies, these monsters, while they're still reasonably cheap, and just sit on there? So you don't have to frigging start drinking at 11 in the morning, or just like freaking out end of the day because it didn't work out.
What's wrong with drinking at 11 in the morning?
Nothing's wrong with it. In fact, it's actually pretty healthy, especially for a trader, if you ask me. All right, absolutely, absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, like, okay, so my opinion, The option shot up right after I bought it. I bought it at 130. That went up to like $2. Whoopee. You can trade that. That's a nice move. It's a very nice move. That's a 50% move. Plus. But I'm looking at the bigger picture. They just submitted their second final application to the FDA. You think Biogen, this is what makes America smart in the biggest way. You know what I'm going to say. Stop getting cheap flags and waving it around and screaming at other people like everyone's a schmuck aside from you, and all that garbage, right? And wear a mask. This is what makes America great again. Brains. Not just guys with like Uzis and machine guns, right? Sitting in your face. Hey, you don't like me, I'm going to shoot you. Well, fuck you, because I'm the one paying your bills. Exactly. All right? That's what I say. Doesn't matter what color you are. Guns don't make a man. Brains make a man. Brains make America. The reason why we have so much power around the world is because we have the smartest brains in the world of all colors, stripes, cultures. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, fucking say it then. Because this is my service. I'm asking you a question. Say it. We are into brains. Not tattoos, not guns. I love guns, by the way. Not like all that shit. We're into brains. Brains make money. Because that's eventually what makes a country great. So, these are the brains. Biogen. My opinion is the stock, a few extra lines in here, is going to go to $315. So if I buy something at $1.30 and then the options close at 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm going away. No, I keep buying. And did I buy time? Who bought Biogen with me today?
Yeah, I picked some
I
up.
did.
I did.
Good. And the cheaper they got, I looked at the charts, the 1 hour charts, not this type of chart. And I said, man, this is like my Regeneron from 45 cents to $20. Remember that happened just a few weeks ago?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Now, how is it going to happen for you if you don't buy it? Wishing won't make you money. Okay? Sucking your thumb and saying, oh my God, how much should I buy it? Should I buy it? It's not going to make you money. Just freaking do it. When they come to you, take it. Well, now, what are the things that make me excited? Aside from that, these companies are like unbelievable. Okay? It's this. This is a daily chart. Look at this baby. A MACD crossover with expanding bars. Really, I need to really think about it. Like, oh, Biogen's just going to like disappear tomorrow. They get this Alzheimer's approval, the stock will be at 400. And you think they're that stupid to give their second FDA application because they're that stupid? Because they think that their work that they've done, all the clinical trials and stuff, is not working? They've been doing research on this for the last 20 years. The first time they did that, boom, we caught most of it. The calls went from 3 to 30 within 1 hour. Okay? And now the stock is here. So this is perfect. Now, S stock, the slow stochastics, the granddaddy of the ultimate swing indicator. What is this saying? Like, hello? Is it saying like, hello, I want to go down? No, it's saying, hello, I want to go up. It's so evident. Now, interim, yes, the hedge funds are going to play. They're going to smack it around. But buy time. I bought August. August is like an eternity. This is July, August 31st, or whatever it was, next month, options expiration. So I like things like this. I like things like this.
21st.
21st, yeah, that's a monthly options expiration. And they were cheap. I think the last one I bought was at, what was it, like 70 cents or 80 cents? It costs a lot to buy one call at 80 bucks. Hello. Square. I have no idea where the stock is going. I think the stock is literally going to 200 bucks. This is the new world. Square. Teledoc told you guys to buy it. It's going nuts. Blink. I hope all of you own Blink. Does anyone know what Blink does?
Electric charger.
Yeah. Electric fucking chargers. Electric charger for what? Your Razor?
Cars.
Thank you. Did you guys know that? Blink supercharger? Blink charging? What they do? Why don't you do your homework? If the stock could go back in 2017 from $8 to 33, why can't the stock at least go to 10, if not here? Teslas are selling like crazy. Nikolas are coming out. Solo, the other electric car company, I can't even say the name of that company, is like going nuts, because that is the new frontier. I think the stock goes to $16. I think the company gets bought out. So what can I say? Do you always have to keep it looking at Apple and say, oh my God, Apple? I love Apple. I can't wait for the 5G phones, by the way. Hopefully in September. Why do you have to always chase the big stocks when you can trade these type of stocks that can go nuts? What about Sonos? Does this look like a bad looking chart? I'll take 17. I'll take 23 on a buyout. Look at all these internals. They're screaming, buy me, buy me, buy me. Just buy time with the options. All right, throw out one or two stocks. I got to wrap up. I'm getting tired.
Hey, Frank, can you take a look at Disney?
Oh, yes, yes. Somebody else asked me about that too. So Disney, let's look at the daily. Disney looks really good. The problem with Disney is it looks really good, then it just drops like $3 because, because something else came out in Florida. My success rate with Disney has been about 60%. 40% of the time I lost money on it. Why? Because it's like too nutty. It's a great stock. If you look at it from a swing perspective, Aldi, then the stock is fine. But I'm a greedy guy.
Yeah. I
Once
had a couple of calls today for 30 cents. Okay, go ahead.
This is still looking good to go back towards 125. Yeah, you have 30 cents. And where did they go? So you bought them at 30 cents. Go ahead.
Yeah, 30 cents. And they went up to $1.10 today.
Nice. Which ones? Which ones were 30 cents?
Oh, the June 10, the 118, June 10. July 10.
That is a baller trade, man. I love it. Yeah, because Disney was up $3.32. Wow, didn't even know that. Like I said, I can't cover everything. That's very good. That's very good. The stock still looks good on the daily to hit the upper Bollinger, which is 120.90. Now, what it does after that, I don't know. But the upper Bollinger is 120.90, which is nice, which is $4 from here. Another stock, somebody else, please, or Aldi.
Frank, you mentioned the VIX before. You were concerned about it, or
Oh, yes, yes. Let me just pull it in. Thank you for reminding me to show that. The VIX. Can we say the Vixen without getting sued? Okay. Is to call it the Vixen. Okay, let's get these lines out. Are you guys with me so far?
Yeah.
Would you?
Oh, okay, good. Love having you guys around, keeps me focused. Trust me, I would be doing this on my own, like sitting at 10:25, say, looking at charts like, oh my God. I used to do that. So here is what I'm looking at, and please look carefully. This to me is a very large falling wedge right there. Okay, this is what a falling wedge looks like. It starts here, and then it just goes down like this. What does a falling wedge do? 90% of the time, it goes higher. My VIX charts are gold. Worst case scenario for the VIX, which means the market still has 300-400 points to go, which it can, is the VIX goes down to 20 to 23. Right here. See the dotted lines? That's a gap. My advanced coaching session members know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's a gap. If the VIX falls into the 2220 range, that means the Dow Jones Industrial Average will jack up to 3,200, almost 3,300. Okay, will be up another 600 points. It can very well happen this month. That to me will be a screaming buy. I'm going to sell pretty much all my longs, and I'm going to put in a nice amount of shorts. TVIX, SPY puts, QQQ puts, I don't care. Okay, technically speaking. So the VIX to me, these are the things that are screaming at me. The last time the VIX was around here, which was at this level, which is around 28, this is what the stochastics were. This stochastic, see this line here? Why did I draw this line, guys? Why did I draw this line? To draw your attention.
Divergence.
Exactly. Who said that? Ed?
Yep.
Exactly. So all of you guys should really like just get coached by Ed. Exactly. This is a positive divergence. What is a positive divergence? A positive divergence in stocks and in any other asset symbol that you're looking at is telling you it's a higher. The internals are higher versus the external, which is the price, which came down to the same level. That is a positive divergence. Now, in the case of the VIX as a positive divergence, and Ed, don't answer this. What does this mean?
Market is going down
Why?
because
Because
fix is gonna go up.
because the VIX looks like it might, but the
It
VIX
might.
first of all, the VIX will come down before it goes up. That I can assure you. The bulls are completely in control. And the reason the bulls are in control is because majority of hedge funds and the Sigma 2 funds and all these quant funds are short the market. They keep on shorting like idiots. So they give you the cushion. So when the markets fall, they have to cover. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. If the shorts weren't so dogmatic, so stubborn, so US economy hating, then the markets would have natural falls and then natural rises. But they just like wanted to slam S&P futures down like 40 points down. And guess what happens? Market opens down, boom, we buy, boom, goes up. Because they have to cover and buy. I don't want to get into that right now. Bottom line is the monthly, this is the daily chart of the VIX, is telling me that falls exactly with my time frame. Just the way I told you, within 24 to 48 hours, there's going to be a huge rally. And was there a huge rally since last week?
Yep.
Does any one of you frigging respect that? Forget about respecting me. Respecting what I said? Could have made shitloads of money on that? Exactly. Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm not bearish. I'm tactically short-term cautious. So where can the VIX go to? Upper Bollinger, 38. That means the markets will be down 400. What if the VIX makes a ballistic move towards 45? 50? Oh, I don't think so, but who knows? 45. Markets will be down 1,000. Easy. But this has to show me the way. So what this is telling me that regardless of the markets, like up 177, whatever, the daily did not budge. It continued its trajectory higher. You got that, Heisenberg? Now, the
Yep.
short-term stows, which is short-term movement, is still pointing down. So that's the reason why the market still stayed higher. The bulls are still controlled short-term, within maybe 24 to 48 hours going to Friday. But going into next week, I think the slow stows will take more weighting. Technical analysis is a process of understanding at what point in time you need to weight one indicator over another. So if you're a swing trader, you can keep on buying cheap TVIX, cheap VIX calls, cheap SPY puts as the markets go higher. Just the way we do the opposite, right? We buy SPY calls when the markets are down 600-700 points, and technically everything is oversold. McLaren oscillator, blah, 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 blah. Do the opposite. So you can constantly, there's many ways to skin the cat. I wouldn't like to skin any of our cats, by the way. That's terrible. In fact, I have to drop one of them at grooming next week. You know how much it costs to groom a cat? Thank God I found somewhere like reasonable, like at Pet Value. But the regular guys used to charge $80 because grooming a cat is not easy stuff, especially if it's a cute cat like a Persian, or rescues. I called the guy up. The guy's name is Luis. He goes, Frank, my rate now is 160. I said, fuck you. And I just put the phone down. I said, what the hell is this guy doing? He's charging like New York lawyer fees to groom my cat? Dead serious. The guy's, oh, it's 160. It's still cheap. I said, fuck you, Luis. Just put the phone down. Because there's not too many cat groomers around. So finally, I did my little thing, called up different places, and then Pet Value. The lady's like, this all-American lady. She's so sweet, Amanda. She goes, Frank, we charge 75. You want the line cut? I said, thank you so much. I said, I love you, Amanda. And then Luis is like, 160 is still cheap. F you. Fuck you. Gone. It's like, how do people afford $160 cat grooming stuff? I know we all can. But is that ridiculous or what? That's what they do, by the way. Because they know you need that grooming. Okay, different story. So bottom line is that short term, yes, I think it goes. Once it comes down here towards zero, get in there, baby. But do not rely on the market to give you free gifts. Look, we didn't have to try that hard, but on those SPY puts that we did very well on, is it not right or wrong that you had to be quick? Heisenberg, Mr. 366% on his last position that he sold. Did you have to be quick?
You did. You got to watch it.
Exactly. Because the markets hit those inflection points. They hit these inflection points and then they bounce hard. They hit these points. Come on. They hit those 15-minute charts and boom, the algos come in and start buying. Look, right there. So you literally have a 5-minute window to get the fuck out. Now, what's the way to do it? Somebody asked me. Just throw out some sell orders. If you bought it at 70 cents, you bought it at $1, you bought it at $2, and you want to sell it at 3, just put a sell limit at 3. They'll take it. Yeah, it might go to 4, doesn't matter. You still made 50%. Right? So exactly, I'm telling you, this is a 15-minute chart. They don't give you a chance to move. So if you're going to trade SPY puts or calls for that matter, you better be looking at the screen. You better be somewhat active. Or if you're busy, throw out a sell order so that they take it away from you. Did you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yes.
Good. So the last thing I'm going to tell you guys about the about the VIX. So the daily is starting to show positive divergence. Let's look at the ultimate chart that I've always said they should literally give me an award, a medal. This should be hung in the Museum of Modern Art, not at the Metropolitan, not, and maybe at Guggenheim too. You know, nowhere else. This is like sick because that's dead right on it, which is the weekly. Now, what is the weekly telling me? The weekly is telling me we're going to come into some real turbulence soon. Why? My charts are telling me that. And in the meantime, Mr. Enrique, are you getting like at least 10% of what we're talking about?
Yeah.
What part? The charts or the cats?
This is the charts, how the market's going up and down and how to jump into it.
Correct. Do you have a cat?
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
allergic.
Oh shit, yeah, that's my fear. Well,
Enrique,
I'm not.
Enrique is allergic to pussy.
Yeah.
guys, keep it a little bit sober. You know, we have a lot of female members and stuff. Seriously, you know, come on, guys. Yeah. But
Pussy cat. Pussy.
that's just kitty cat. I'm gonna say kitty. All right, that's fine. All right. So please, let's keep it sober here. So we have to. Okay. So bottom line is, let me get this things cleaned out here. 1 second. You allergic to dogs too, Enrique?
Yes.
Oh shit, man, you're in trouble.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Are you allergic to alligators?
That's fine. I could wrestle them.
Good. So get one. Do you? Okay, I'm just kidding around. All right, let's move on. Okay. No, I mean I'm kidding around, but at the same time, we have all these dogs and cats, and the doctors have said like at any point, like you could just suddenly turn allergic. You know what my nightmare would be for me? And I love my babies, like, and I have to give them away. Like, fuck, I'm just going to be so distraught. I'll shut down the freaking service and whatever. I'll just trade on my own from a like a cage or something, you know. Because it has happened to people. They have all these beautiful pets, and all of a sudden they get develop the allergic symptoms. So that is my worst nightmare. I'm dead serious. I'm not kidding. My worst nightmare isn't a market crash. My worst nightmare is I get an allergy and I can't keep my dogs or cats, and I ain't ever gonna give them away. So my wife's probably gonna say, "Honey, take a walk." All right. So that's what's gonna happen. All right, guys. Aside from that danger, this is the weekly chart. So the weekly chart is also Heisenberg. Thanks for reminding me to show you this. Is also starting to show some signs of a turn. Now, is it possible that the weekly chart plummets down towards zero? Sure. That means we covered this gap. This is the gap back in February, which started the phenomenal rise of the VIX that caused a 5,000 to 6,000 point drop on the stock markets, which was once in a lifetime kind of thing. You don't see that too often. Then a phenomenal downturn, which caused a 5,000 point rise in the market since March 23rd. So we're almost there. So if I'm almost there, why the hell should I like really put in some big money on something when I know I could wake up the next morning and we could be down 900 points for whatever reason? Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Exactly. So looking at this chart here, there's a positive divergence here on the regular stows. See this? We are back at the same level, but look. See that positive divergence? How much higher the internals are? So that's a positive div. So I am saying that if we hit that 20 mark, it will be an unbelievable opportunity over a short period, like maybe 48 hours, maybe 72, where the thing bounces up. You can make a lot of money, but you got to be quick. You need to get out. You cannot be super bearish because the market has a lot of underlying resilient strength. $6 trillion still sitting in money market accounts. Most hedge funds and institutional funds are under positioned in stocks. But that's what I'm looking at. Don't expect this to go like this, in my opinion. Expect this to go up a little bit and then falter. But that up a little bit means 400% on SPY calls, if not more. TVIX can go up to 150, but it's going to be quick. All right, guys, it was a pleasure being with you. Thank you. Referrals. I don't need lobster dinners, brother. I just need good referrals. Good people like Enrique, who's going to learn the trading, look at the market, like I always say, as a matrix. This is not an emotional game, even though emotions are always involved because real money is involved. I have been pretty busy with everything, but that's not that. I don't want to make that excuse. I will be setting up the group sessions this coming week, and it's most probably going to be after the market instead of always waiting around for the weekends. So get ready for those announcements. Let's make it happen. And nothing else I could say.
All right, Frank. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you very
Good night.
much.
Thank you. It was great.
See you,
Thank you
Frank.
so much, guys.